Hi, this is a quick overview of BiondiMedia's internet business tools and infrastructure. To start with, BiondiMedia sets up what we call a video handshake. And it's basically a 2 to 3 minute video that introduces not just the business, but the people behind the business. Here's an example of a video handshake for a real estate agent.
Real estate broker Mark Jennings of Coldwell Banker Bain has built his professional career on providing loyalty, thinking out-of-the-box creativity, and client support while helping educate buyers and sellers. His behind-the-scenes tireless work in the entire real estate buying or selling process gives his clients a full understanding of his commitment to them while making sure there are no surprises from A to Z.
Then, once we have the video handshake set up, we go to work. And you can see here, this is kind of a flow chart. It shows we set up social media, Google, Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Tumblr. And then we also set up business profiles, Google+, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Then there's some technologies that we put in place that help with email, phone reminders. We do a mobile website, which is really important now. And then, of course, all the local profiles for a business. And then from there, we have Google Voice, bookmarks, Google Alerts. I mean, all the tools that a company needs and most companies aren't using. Then we go into the detailed blogging. We get that set up, content, PowerPoint presentations, and then we set up automated posting to these sites. So you can post through email, using a cell phone. You can make a phone call to post, or you can actually email a video from your smartphone and post that. We take care of all the social media management. We set up all the accounts, link them all together, set up the profiles, and do everything that a business would need to do to create a good, solid business presence online without them having to do anything. We create business content, and then we post that content into the network that we've set up, using PowerPoint presentations, flip books, newsletters, and we also use articles and information that comes from all over the internet using RSS feeds. It's important to do keyword research when you're setting this up so that the right people are seeing the information. So we use keyword research and 3 or 4 different keyword tools so we can find the right keywords to find the perfect client for whatever business it is that we're working with. One of those keyword strategies that we use is through Google AdWords, which actually shows us how many times those keywords are being used, and if we were to have to pay for those keywords, what those keywords would cost us. Now, we don't have to pay for them because we use them in all the different sites that we set up, but it still gives us a really good idea and analysis of the keywords. Of course, we set up local marketing. Nobody uses phone books anymore, and local marketing is basically like your online phone book. You have the Yellow Pages online, Google Places online, Yelp, Bing, Local Pages. All of these have now become the Yellow Pages for everyone out there looking to find a business. Instead of picking up the Yellow Pages, they now go to the internet. We also have an entire suite of business tools that we set up for companies. Most of these tools companies aren't using, and they're fairly easy to set up and implement into a business. We have an entire list of tools that businesses can use, everything from QR codes to file conversion to downloading YouTube videos to responding to national media requests. There's all kinds of tools that are available that businesses are unaware of. We make the companies aware of all these tools and figure out which ones would be the best tools for them to implement in their internet strategy. We set up client communication tools. Most people have gone way beyond the phone now, and we set up companies so they can do conference calling, desktop sharing, direct to voicemail messaging, and even video conferencing with up to 10 people at a time if they'd like to speak to 4 or 5 clients at a time, or even put on some kind of an educational video conference online. We set up conference calling, and the conference calling system that we set up for our clients is available to where you can have up to 1,000 people on a conference call. And if you like, there's an internet dashboard you can use where you can actually record the conference call and then later add that conference call to your website so that your clients can go back and listen to it, or potential clients can go and listen to the type of conference calls that you do for your clients. We use internet monitoring. So internet monitoring is important because we can monitor everything that's being said online about you, about your company, about your product, and about your competition. So this is really important because you'll know everything that's going on online when it comes to your industry, your product, and most importantly, anything that's being said about your company. We use insight communication tools also, and insight means that we actually build these into your profiles online. So within the blogs that we set up, you can have live chat, you can have a click to call, live polling, live lead forms, and people can click and actually chat with you right through your website. We set up blogs and video. Video promotion has become extremely important and powerful online. We use 2 different blogging platforms, Blogger and WordPress, so that way we can get the biggest presence online and also capture the biggest audience that's looking for your product or your type of business. There are certain things that you can do while you're blogging, and we take care of this for you, but there are certain things that you can do that will make your blog posts more visible to the search engines. This is an example of some of those things that help make you more visible to search engines, and you actually don't really need to know this because we handle all of this for you in the background. This is an example of one of the blogs that we've set up for Tri-State Golfer Magazine, and you can see across the top that is actually an RSS feed that feeds all the current articles through the top of the site, and then down below we actually have copies of the magazine and then the articles that we post, and if the owner wants to, the owner of the magazine can also post articles here. Here's an example of a blog that we set up for a local real estate agent. Here's an example of a blog that we set up for Sandpoint Grill that actually streams grilling and healthy living recipes through the top of the website, and then the rest of the blog or website is all the content that comes from that restaurant. And then here's one for an Italian restaurant where you can see we have a collage of their piano bar, a map of where they are, and then even a link where someone can click and make reservations. This is an example of a fairly simple thing to do, but many businesses don't use it, is you can go here and we set this link up for you and simply click record, and right through your webcam you can instantly start recording a blog post, which is a video of you talking. So all you do is click record, start talking, it turns it into a video and instantly posts it to your blog. So it's a great way to communicate with your clients and with potential clients. Here are a couple of examples of a poll and then also of a survey that we built into a client's blog so that when people come to the blog, it really becomes an interactive tool for them to communicate with you and you to communicate with them. Everything that we do, we keep track of the statistics, and there's links that you can just click on and you can go and see right away how many visitors you're getting. You can see here this particular blog had 2,658 visitors in the last couple of months, and there were 21 blog posts made. We also have statistics for the WordPress site, And you can see here, this was a relatively new site, and so far they had 133 views on the WordPress site. Everything that we do is managed through a database, so we keep track of every link and every profile and every login and password that we set up, so you don't need to worry about any of this. We're tracking all of it for you, and at any time we can click a button and send you all your links and all your usernames and passwords. We also have a client site that we've set up where you can go to this site, click on your company's name and log in, and it will give you your current statistics, as you can see here, and then it will also give you links to all of the profiles that we've set up. And instead of actually having to go to those websites, you can just run the cursor over the links and the website will pop up, so you can see what all your profiles and all your sites look like without actually having to go there. It can save you a lot of time. Additionally, we build what we call our news and industry info page. So whatever industry someone's in, we build an info page that on a daily basis pulls in all of the top articles and news for any industry. So in 2 or 3 minutes, you can take a look at your news and industry info page, and you'll have the top 50 or top 100 articles going on within your industry, and it takes maybe 5 minutes to take a look down this page, and you'll always be up to date with everything that's going on in your industry. This is an example of part of our technology strategy, and we work with the company to build their technology strategy and then put that together. And you can see here it includes initial contact and connection, database management, information management, and even follow-up. We have a manual that we've created that's very simple to get through. It's mostly bullet points, and it just walks you through what we do and what services that we have available to help you. We've also built a training site, so everything that we're doing, for those that are interested, can go to the training site and take training on all the different sites that we're using and everything that we're setting up. Now, this by no means is required, and you don't ever have to go to the training site if you don't want to, because we handle everything. But for those that are interested, we do have a training site where they can go and learn all about everything that we're doing. This is an example of some of the RSS technology strategies that we use, and you can see we can take RSS feeds from any periodical, the Wall Street Journal, CNN.com, USA Today, and then we can take those feeds and filter them, and then we can feed those articles to Twitter, to your WordPress blog, to Blogger, to Facebook, to any of the social media sites that either you're currently using or sites that we set up for you. This is a graphic that shows how the content is generated by us, and then we also take content from the different news feeds, and then those are burned into RSS feeds, then sent to the blogs, and then once they're posted to the blogs, they're then sent out to all of the business contacts, and then through all of the different social media sites that we've set up. We have web app strategies where there are over 500 web applications out there now. Most businesses aren't using really any of them, and we have web app strategies where not only do we set up the web applications, but then we can set up the web applications to work with each other. So we can set up email to work with the calendar, or an RSS feed to work with email, or Facebook to work with Twitter. You can see here there are all kinds of applications available. They all do different things for business, and we can decide which of these are best for a certain business, and then how we can tie them together to automate it so that the business owner doesn't have to take any time to take advantage of these applications. This is an example of just some of the different sites that we use, and then we have a list of RSS directories with thousands of RSS feeds for all different industries and how we can tie those RSS feeds back into content and then into blogging. This is an example of one of the content delivery systems where you can see, in this case, we take the source in the cloud marketing, which is a blog, and then the blog posts from that go to Twitter, also go to LinkedIn, and then also get routed to Facebook. So as we're building this network, we're taking the blogs and then we're also routing the content from the blogs out to all the different social media sites. Some sites don't have RSS feeds, so we actually have a system where we can take a website and we can take that site and convert it so that it will send out an RSS feed of all the new articles, which we can then use in all of our blogs, all our social media, and all the profiles that we're setting up online. This is an example of a filtering system that we use where we can pull in RSS feeds and then we can filter out articles, so only the articles that we want will come through and end up as the output, so we can screen out any articles that a business wouldn't want and only have very particular articles come through the screening process and be posted or be sent to the business owners. We also have other strategies to help our clients' sites be pushed up high on the search engines and the profiles to get out there through backlinking and retweeting and all kinds of other strategies that we do in the background. And as clients, most clients don't even need to know about any of this unless they'd like to, and then we're happy to explain it to them. This is an example of a site that we pay for that takes our clients' sites and profiles and then indexes them within the search engines, which makes them much easier to find. And when people are searching, it helps them to find us on the search engines as opposed to other sites, profiles, and other businesses. We set up what's called FeedBurner, and this actually gives your site its own RSS feed. So anybody who uses RSS feeds to congregate content that they'd like to read, you now have an RSS feed from your sites. So anybody that wants to go and sign up can sign up for your RSS feed and have all of your articles and all of your content delivered right to them. We also set up phone applications. Mobile is becoming a huge part of online marketing and marketing in general. And so as you can see here, this is a phone app that we've set up that will work on any Droid or any iPhone, and we can set up the buttons on there so that a client can press a button to call a business, to get directions, to download their or look at their current special, or go to the client's website. We embed PowerPoints online, and these are excellent ways for business to explain and what the business does and get their business information out there. And you can see here the lower one was only up for 1 month, a 21 slide PowerPoint, and it had already had 542 views. This is what it looks like when a PowerPoint is embedded online, and you can see you can just click forward and backward and they can click right through the PowerPoint on your website. Also, when you go and look, you can see the statistics right there at the bottom. So as an example, this PowerPoint that was done for Tri-State Golfer, the summer issue, you can just look and see that so far there's been 387 views of this particular PowerPoint. We also set up photo journals online where we take content, we take pictures ourselves and create photo journals, which people love to look at pictures and visuals, and it's just another way for people to get to know your business online. Then we take the PowerPoint and we also convert it into a video, much like this one that you're watching, and then we embed that online as a video, so if they don't want to watch the PowerPoint, they can watch an embedded video. We also create flip books, This is an example of a flip book where you can see the arrows on the left and the right, and it's embedded, and someone can just click on the left or right arrow and actually flip through this book just like it's a magazine and flip through it online. And we can do this for any business using the business's content. We try to get very creative in the way we create content. This is an example of a collage that we created for our golfing magazine client, where you can see we bring together 5 or 6 pictures and create a collage, and then we use this as a post that we put online and then push out through all the social media sites and different profiles. We also have a database of over 100,000 articles. So as we're looking for articles that we want to post to clients' blogs, we have a database of 100,000, and then we can take these articles and run them what's through a spinner. So it spins the article and it changes it around, and then we go in and edit the article and make some changes, and we end up having a brand new, fresh content article that we can then post to blogs and profiles for our clients and potential clients to read. We also employ the help of ghostwriters. So some of our clients like to have articles written where they have their name on them as the author. In that case, we have ghostwriters that we work with that will actually write the article for our client, and then our client becomes the author of that article when it gets posted. This is an example of another site we use that gives us access to every newspaper and periodical in the United States, and it does it on a state-by-state basis. So depending on where the business is, we can go to that state and pull up every newspaper and every periodical, and then pull important articles, information, and even look at the advertising from competitors in the different periodicals and newspapers in those states. This is an example of Delicious, another social network that we set up that's then also connected to the blogging network. So every time a new blog post is made, that link is then pushed through to Delicious, and the link then stays there so people can find the link when they're doing link searches. Tumblr is another social network which is an excellent social network and has a lot of power. And everything that we do in our blogs also gets pushed out to Tumblr. So the Tumblr site is then constantly being updated with new content and raises that up in the search engines and continues to build our client's profile. We make it very simple for our clients that do want to do blogging. We take care of everything, but if a client does want to do some of their own blogging, we make it as simple as possible. One, you can actually blog by cell phone. All you do is dial a phone number, punch in a code, and there's a beep, and anything you say after that becomes a voice recording, and it gets posted to your blog. So people can then go to your blog, go to your profiles, and click play and actually listen to your update and hear your voice and listen to the voice update that you did right through your cell phone. You can also shoot video with your cell phone and send that to a special email address that we give you. And that video is processed and converted to a YouTube video and then posted on your YouTube channel and pushed out through your social media and posted to your blogs. This is what it looks like, a video that's been shot with a cell phone and then emailed to YouTube. So for instance, if you were going to typically to post an article to a blog, you have to log into the blog, paste the article, format it, create the title, upload any images, copy the link of the blog post, and then push it out, take that link and post it to all the different social media sites. Well, now with the system that we've built, all you have to do is write an email, attach a photo, and click send, and everything else is done automatically. And that email is converted to a blog post, posted to your blog, and then pushed out to all the social media. So we've made it a very, very simple process for those companies and business owners that do want to blog themselves. These are some testimonials that we've had from a couple of our clients. I don't have the time or resources to devote to the agency's internet presence and social media. BiondiMedia has been a godsend. In 4 months' time, my website has increased 84% in visitors thanks to BiondiMedia. BiondiMedia has restored my faith in social media vendors. So you can see we have some clients that have been very happy with the service that they've received from our company, BiondiMedia. This is our site, serverbuiltnetwork.com. You can go here, look through some of our videos, and learn much, much more about what we do as a business and how we work with companies to help them with their internet strategy and their overall internet business presence.